Hi, my name is Rana Sans. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And I want you to get ready with me while filming a video about a topic. And after getting ready with me, I will film another YouTube video. So I noticed something really interesting about myself. I binge watch a lot of things, especially now that I am really sad and in my depressive episode. And I noticed something really interesting that I think that everybody who uses TikTok, at least one got to experience, which is these channels of AI made storylines that are pretty crazy. How the love of my life, the billionaire CEO left me for Miranda, the mistress, and how after that he finds out and then they get together or they don't get together, which is pretty rage baiting, to be honest, and which I don't really like. But as a human you fall into trap as everybody else, especially when you have kind of nothing really interesting to do with your life or something. And I noticed how crazy the storylines are getting, and also how actually everybody and their mama at least watched one of them. And the other thing that I noticed is that they are now making even apps about it, that you have to subscribe to it to kind of read AI made stories, which is pretty weird. But I noticed something also really interesting about us human, which is nothing new, is that we all are storytellers in our nature. We love storytelling. We love the idea of listening to stories, even if they are like the same freaking stories, but just with different names, different cultures, different everything. And the thing that I noticed is we just love it. We love watching that. For example, the story of Cinderella is told in so many places and it's originally from Egypt, but we still love watching or listening to Cinderella. And the other thing is, I noticed that maybe that a crisis in in our human identity that we have, that we love storytelling. That's why we have a lot of it, and we have kind of a crisis about storytelling or storyteller in general, because what do you mean we are humans, we can tell so many interesting stories, but we are so afraid of telling them that we are now using AI. There's not really any excuse to use AI, because I think your disability, your resources doesn't really sabotage you from being an artist. There's of course different ways of it. For example, I love singing, and I know I can use AI to make fake videos with autotune and everything to gain popularity with it and be famous. Because if JLo can make it, I can make it too. But I don't use it because I know I'm kind of in a period in my life that I need a lot of, I don't know, I'm just in a weird period in my life, which is okay because everybody experiences such things. And I just thought, what if actually those people who are just making these accounts are just pretty unsure about themselves and just making all these accounts about storytelling because they themselves are storyteller. Everybody's a storyteller, every human. Of course there's a difference if you are kind of a popular storyteller or not, because let's be honest, art is art even if nobody's watching it. Art is actually for the artists themselves, not for other people. And when we try to make it for other people, we actually most of the time fail because we didn't find this thing in ourselves to connect with so hard that it connects with everybody. Because there's a certain point that every artist that's popular, that they connected to themselves so much And of course, there are Nepo babies everywhere. Let's be honest, there's other ways also to kind of gain that. But what was I saying? Yeah, you have to be connected to something inside of you so hard to even gain this popularity. You have to have this zero fucks and fucks about humanity at the same time. It's something that I always tell myself. For example, I hate humans, but I love humanity. And this crisis of storytellers that using AI everywhere that we all are watching and is kind of rage baiting, which is leading to that our frequency as a planet is decreasing, because let's be honest, we all are connected, and if you like it or don't like it, that's actually factual, because like we are all made from the same material to about 99%, which means we are all one. And that doesn't need you to be smart, that doesn't need you to be something else. It's just a fact. And sometimes you have to be okay with it, that the own people that you actually want you to understand, like to be understood by them, don't understand you. And that's why those people who use AI to make these stories don't really understand that, because they are not deeply connected to themselves. But also it shows that a lot of us aren't connected to ourselves enough. That's why we consume it, because we don't believe in our own artsy. Because if anybody tells me, girl, nothing is that deep, bitch, everything is that deep, and just shut the fuck up and eat your food. And I'm personally kind of really irritated also with myself, because why did I fail into that? Why did I fail into that trap? Why? Because I literally just lost my time, which I always will lose, even if, because I'm always on my phone because of my own self. But it's fucking the same story with different people, just slightly different. And let's be honest, AI needs us, we don't need AI. We don't need it. Everything that AI is making is because it's consumed by human-made art. Everything. And it's just like this scandal that happened with Facebook about AI, how they're actually using other artists' book writing and everything, and aren't getting paid back or even getting recognized for it, just shows everything about it. And it's just something pretty crazy, because I think the art of storytelling is kind of getting instinct. Like, I'm not saying that I'm the best storyteller in any ways, and I don't have to right to criticize maybe some people who are just doing their art. That's right. But I have the right to criticize AI that steal from artists. And I hate to use it. And to be fair, I used AI sometimes, and it's okay. But then when you find out that if the product is free, for example AI, it means that you are the product. They are using your information about it. And then out of a sudden, I feel like I'm in George Orwell book in some weird kind of way, and you kind of can't escape it. And I know it just started about storytelling, but storytelling is not just about somebody who's starting a storytelling on a video and that's it, because storytelling was in the first place made to connect all of us, to kind of make sense of something that we can't see, that we can't explain. Why does it rain? Oh, why does it rain? Was the sign from God or something? Why does it rain? Why do I feel these emotions? Why do people die? It's kind of like a coping mechanism that we people made. A good one, to be honest, because it kind of can connect all of us. So, for example, if you like the story of Cinderella, oh my god, girl, you like it too? Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Because it reminds me of my family when I was little. Like, girl, really, that's cute, and so on. But we kind of can't connect anymore. And the like shocking, not so shocking example that you can see on the internet is when, for example, you have a video of a really good storyteller, and he or she is just telling it from themselves, from experiences, and they are doing it pretty good. And you are like, oh my god, I kind of love that. They are doing it so great. And in the comments, everybody's connecting. Everybody is connecting to something. They are talking to each other, they're commenting to each other, and they're telling you, oh my god, that like kind of saved my attention span. Yeah, because it connects. It connects you to something. And we love that. That's why storytelling is so important everywhere, to everybody, no matter the language or the person or the color or what so fucking ever that, I don't know, these freaks, these politicians kind of try to destroy for us. So that's why it's so dangerous when you have AI telling you stories that are made up, and it just rage baiting you and everybody else around you, because you don't really know how to act. You don't know how to feel about it, especially that we love to kind of react to our negative emotions. And because we all are actually slightly negative, I can't pronounce the word, sorry, but you know what I mean. So when I kind of felt pretty weird about the whole situation with AI, because what do you mean I just react so hardly to something that is just made up? And it's not like human made up, it's like AI made up. It's not even something personal, something deep that you react to connect to feel good about it. It doesn't result give you the results that a normal storytelling should do, which is human connection, which is human bonding, spending time with humans, and also kind of winning experience and wisdom from it. Because the storytelling is actually just also passing down wisdom to other people. Maybe you lived 90 years on this earth, and you out of a sudden makes a like a book or something, and young people like me and like other ones just kind of feel so connected to what you are telling us, and we understand something that you want us to understand. And that's so good, because it kind of spare us the experience a little bit, not so much, but a little bit, because you as a human, no matter, that's like kind of a cycle that we humans go through. We love to give people advice that we ourselves need, or when we were the age of the person that we are giving advice to needed. But those humans, those people that you are giving advice to, actually needs to go through the experience to understand it, which is sometimes really frustrating, but it's just pretty human, and we should understand that. And we don't need to be perfectionist or bitches the whole time, because let's be honest, you can go to a strip club to be a bitch. But wait a second, I'll bring my water.